Welcome to the Isle Chat podcast with me, Beth,
Josh
and Ryan.
This podcast is all about exploring the big questions, the small moments and everything in between.
Whether you're stuck at the shops, in traffic or just looking for some inspiration, our chat is here to keep you engaged.
It's time to talk, connect and find meaning in those everyday moments.
Welcome to the Isle Chat.
Yeah. Are we live now?
Yeah, we're on recording.
Hey,
Think it caught us all off guard, that, didn't it?
beat you to it. How's things? I think I always start.
You can't just say how's things like it's a fucking another day. This is monumental. Alright? Monumental.
Needs to make sure my phone's on
Anyone
silent.
in this room really appreciates the desire and demand for this to come back.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Hot take. That the right thing to say?
Minute?
Hot minute.
Hot minute's correct.
I feel like it's just sort of disappeared overnight and never spoke about ever again. And
then reappeared just as quick.
then people are just going to be like, where's this come back?
Yeah.
How long did you actually look how long it's been?
No, but it has been months because we left this space officially in sort of like May.
It was summer, wasn't it? Yeah.
So that's obviously a long time.
I want to do like
We've just been on ice, haven't we? For that whole period. Which
June.
June?
Yeah, we put it.
June, same shit, isn't it? But yeah, it's been a while. So I think we're all a bit like rusty.
I'm definitely rusty, like.
Rusty. I don't remember how to do this at all.
No, I'm 100% rusty. I'm like, I feel like I can't multitask at all. Like, I
was
can't speak. I can't switch the angles. I'm like, ah.
Beth, obviously, one thing I want to say, and we mentioned this in one of the forgotten episodes, if you remember, that Beth was a massive miss for a large portion of that back end of the last season. Should we call it? I would say this is season 3, isn't it?
I'm losing count now. How many seasons we've had?
But Beth was a big miss. But now, the stars have aligned, and here she
We've got
is.
childcare, we're back.
In the production season as well, by the way. She's taken one for the team.
Yeah.
She always likes to do.
It's a tricky situation. Oh, not
Tricky
situation.
job.
Tricky job to do, innit, Beth?
It
Well
is,
done, Beth.
it is indeed. So I'll do my best. Bear with if the angles are going all over the place.
Well, if you can't see us at
Those
any point
visual
we're out of
listeners.
focus, just write a comment saying, Beth, what's going on? That's where we'll leave that.
I think what people really loved about this, certainly in the hiatus that we've had, the times where people have gone, oh, when's it coming back? When's it going? I love the way you used it. The main thing, which you talked about as well in the last few, was that it felt very organic and just very like, oh, we were just in the room and you were just talking. We were in the conversation.
Yeah.
So I think keeping it loose like that and not overly structured like some of the podcasts out there, you know.
No names.
Like, yeah, I think people like that it isn't polished and it isn't like fucking structured and staged and like staggered and like did we say? I don't know where that came from. Do we say that this is episode 39?
Something like that.
Something like
We are in the 30s. Like, I was actually thinking about about recording today, and I thought about the first episode, how we all went into it, and how it was just like a proper, how do you put it? Like the first time ever doing something like that. It's such a...
It feels a little bit like that now.
Yeah, definitely.
I must say.
It's been a long time off, hasn't it?
Yeah. And a lot's happened. A lot's changed in all of our lives. Like, we've done a trillion weddings. We're not about to go into weddings of the week.
Weddings of the months.
Weddings of the months.
Yeah.
But we've had a load on. Certainly for me, and I know we're probably all in the same boat here.
Yeah.
Like, our summers have been probably the busiest summers ever because our winters are so dry. Call it?
Yeah, well, I'd say we're this part of the year is quieter for us. But as I was saying to someone recently about, they're like, oh yeah, I was even on the live before saying about, have you got time off? And I was like, no, because that's when you're editing. That's when you're catching up on your summer weddings. Like, people don't see that. People just think, oh, you've got loads of time off now. A lot of people say to me, oh, when's your next wedding? And I'm like,
that's the only thing you do.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing involved.
I know.
And I think this period as well, for some reason, everything's got to be done before Christmas. So you're like even pushing more for those deadlines and like obviously to get films back to people before Christmas. But it's like, why? Why is everything before Christmas? Because really in the new year, it would be better to receive it. Obviously, it'd be nice to watch it with your family at Christmas, but then in the new year when you've got no plans and you're like doing dry Jan and that, it'd be nice then to watch your film with a little no second.
Are you doing dry Jan?
I'm not one of them.
Not big drinkers anyway.
No. Yeah. Little cheese and wine night on a Saturday for Strictly. I'd say you've become more of a drinker than us lately.
No. What?
I think people I think after the summer, people go, right, I've had a mad summer, blowing out, drinking loads, or even if it's been like wedding season, they've been drinking loads after weddings, then they stop drinking for a period, and then when it starts to get into the Christmassy time, the Christmas markets, everyone's like, I'll have a little pint.
I think I've certainly drank more in the past few weeks than I have across the whole of the year combined.
Well, it's just
been your birthday. Well,
hey.
I wasn't going to say that, but it has just been my birthday. So yes, that's probably why.
How old are you? Should never ask a lady their age.
Old enough to party. I'm 41. Not even asked saying 41 because I don't feel 41. And some people say I don't look 41.
I don't think you look 41.
Thanks, babe.
And
Do you think I look 41?
No, I think you look, 39.
Bitch.
The same amount of episodes we've done as well.
Well, that's why I done it, you see. I didn't want to age too much.
Do you have a nice birthday?
I did have a nice birthday. Do you know what was funny? I actually said this. Probably by the time this goes out, it will be past it. But we went to Rome.
Yeah.
Shout out Rome. We went, or Roma, if you're from there. We went to Rome on my birthday day, but it was actually for Becky's birthday. Which is
so you took the limelight as well, as always.
I wouldn't say took the limelight, but when we arrived
on the plane, hi guys, my birthday.
When we arrived, I spoke to the hotel. I can't really call it a hotel because it wasn't a hotel. It was special luxury apartments.
What was it? Just like a B&B.
No, it was a luxury apartment. There's about 6 rooms, but they're like exclusive rooms. Anyway, let's not go into that.
But six rooms.
Yeah, but they're like special. Like each room's got something different about it. They've decorated it a certain way, or like one's got a hot tub in, one's got a sauna in. So there's reasons.
You had a sauna in your room.
What type of person do you take me for? It's a big deal. But when I got there, obviously the day we arrived, she said, could I just have your passport, please? And I obviously gave mine, and she said, so it was your birthday we decorated the room for. I was like, It was hers, actually. It was my wife's birthday.
I'm actually 41 today, not 40.
Not that you know.
But I always think this all the time, and I think, and I'm gonna relate this to weddings now and people's venues and stuff, and it's a bit of a
maybe
hot
we should
take.
Well,
I was gonna say when people, I know you had a wedding podcast, but when people book like a luxury apartment in like Rome, and it's got 6 rooms, it's got a sauna, it's got a hot tub, it's got all these like a cinema room and all that, because you're only there for like a short period of time. Did you use it to the full?
No.
So can I just say, like,
sorry, go on.
And just relating that to the weddings when people book it in venues and they go, oh my God, this venue's got this, it's got that, it's got this, that, and you go, well, you're only there for a day, aren't you? So you're only going to get to see or use so much of it.
Yeah, like I always think when there's like a big grand bath and they go, oh, I can't wait to get in that bath, and I think, will you really though? Or will you like, just want to go to bed and like stay in bed till breakfast is about to finish?
Well, we've heard people who've got married at certain venues, not going to name any, but they've got married at certain venues and there's been a big grand bath, and then on their anniversary they've like contacted the venue being like, listen, we're coming back for to use the bath. I'm going to say anything else there, like, but we know what they said. I think they were going back to what's the word? What's the word now?
Clean up.
They go back to the venue, don't they? So obviously, I'm taking myself
celebrate their 1 year.
To use the things that they didn't get the full potential of. For a lot of things like that, I think things like saunas, jacuzzis, bathtubs, whatever you want to call them, they're all kind of novelty aspects. We've all been guilty of this in the past, we know. Where you've gone somewhere, a jacuzzi or whatever, you've gone somewhere to get the full use of the thing, and then after 1 or 2 reasons, you've either not used the thing or you've used it enough where you're just like,
yeah, it comes a little bit like, it's like them lodges, isn't it, with the jacuzzis and stuff, and you go and it's
Shout out Herons retreats.
Me and Beth actually lived there for a period of time during lockdown. Don't ask. We weren't renovating or not like that. We got stuck there. Wells was in tier 1 or whatever it was. Remember that?
Tears. Don't get me started on COVID.
Tears. I've still got tears from being stuck there. No, but it was a great place. Shout out Herons. If anyone's looking for a little lodge, don't get in contact with me. Get in contact with Herons.
This episode is not sponsored by Herons Retreats, just to let you know. Other resorts are available. But yeah, no, it is. It's a funny one because you do that, don't you? Like you pick a venue or whatever for a specific selling point, and you don't always get the max capacity out of it. So don't be too like hard on yourself if you don't either. Like
Yeah, because weather can always play a part in some reasons why you can't use certain things. But going back to selling points and going back to your visit to Roma. What was the selling point of Rome if you were to get married there?
Oh my God, everything about it. So I
posted on your story.
I posted on my stories, 1 or 2, not a lot, but 1 or 2 of their, like, I can't even call them churches anymore because I don't think it's doing it, just the basilicas that they have there, right?
Can you pronounce that word again?
Basilicas. They just, it's like a church on steads, honest to God. And I think the symmetry in there, and I said to Becky, she said, oh my God, wouldn't it be lovely to get married in here? I was like, it would. Pitch black though, like, so it'd be hard to shoot, worse than our own churches, because our churches around here, a lot of them now have been a little bit modernised, but obviously back in Roma they still keep it all authentic, so they're only lit by like candles and whatever, but on a different level altogether. Like every nook and cranny you can feel history or something about it.
Yeah, it's so interesting that, because a lot of people who are not from a photographer's, videographer's point of view will go into certain rooms and be like, oh my God, this room's amazing. And then you go, well, look at it, what it looks like on the camera, because it's not doing it any justice from this perspective. And I actually had it this year for the first time. Not that the venue was bad in any way, but I shot a ceremony where it was only really candlelit, and I forgot the name of the venue. But I will find out, and I'll...
Is it...
Larkspur
Lodge.
Larkspur Lodge. Gorgeous venue, really intimate as well. But their ceremony room is like... Obviously, I didn't know what I was walking into because I've never shot there
Always
before.
this way?
I believe so, yeah.
You only shot there once?
I only shot there once.
Okay.
But it was just interesting to see what, even from a photographer's point of view, because the girls who I was working with on the day were like, I don't really want to use flash because it
takes away the meaning.
Can you imagine, for anyone who's not married, standing there doing your vows and then just being like papped throughout? And a bit like...
I've actually seen loads, obviously in the time that we've had off, even though we haven't been off, the gap between, I've spent a lot of time online, social media specifically, and I've seen loads of people...
influencer during the time off, haven't you, I would say?
I'm an influencer at all. I'd love to be.
He's made for it, this guy, I think.
But I've seen loads of people using flash in ceremonies, in America though.
We're always like 10 years behind anyway, aren't we?
But I wouldn't want to be up to their level, because flash in a ceremony destroys the moment. I think our whole life force, certainly for us 3, is to be as like... Is it inconspicuous?
I was like non-intrusive
as possible, and that just makes you very pleasant
out,
and like a sore thumb. And we are just knocking the rust off at the moment, as Josh has just pointed out.
Yeah.
We understand that this doesn't have like a direct flow at the moment. Talking points, topics, whatever. We're just spitballing, guys.
If anything, I think we're just having a catch up, aren't we? For like people who have listened from day one, who still listen now. Thank you to anyone who does continue to listen to us,
and to the new listeners as well.
But yeah, we are just sort of having a catch up, really, and just giving you an insight.
Talking about catch ups, I think for us as well, because we haven't had it, certainly at this end of the year, in like the winter time, as many weddings flowing through, we've seen each other a lot less.
Yeah.
Us 3. And I think everyone assumes that we're just like in each other's
we live with each other
all the time. While that would be lovely, it's not actually true. But this is nice just to see you guys, and obviously have elephant in the room. We're in a new space, everybody.
I know, we haven't even
undisclosed location. We won't say. Do you want to go to our Beth there? Look how boss our little Beth looks.
Oh, here we go.
She looks great. Looks very pro, I must say.
But yeah, no, it's a nice little space. I don't really want to give much away about it, really.
Yeah,
it's in our house.
We'll just
it's a room in our house. No, it's a little HQ for us to edit from. I think, again, just giving people an insight to like the editing side of things now, because we are in November. I think said December then. We're in November. It feels like December though, and it is mainly editing season for us. It's nice to have a space to come and disappear to, and I think a lot of people who are in our industry need that space to sort of, I don't know about you go on all like mad runs and walks to like coffee shops to get away from the house to edit, don't you?
I do. I try to. Do you know what it is? I think it's because what you've just touched on there, you need to separate your home life for your work life. Yeah. And while this doesn't feel like work, it is. It's the lifeline of what brings income into your lives. So it needs to be separated. Otherwise, you just get like what Greg said the other day. Sometimes it's difficult to find a creative element in space. Shout out Greg Bennett, by the way. GP Wedding Films, if you know. he mentions about not always feeling like creatively in the right space. So where possible, I try and put myself into those creative spaces. And I've found in the last like few months, walking somewhere or riding somewhere to a specific point, like a coffee shop, Roasters in Crosby is specific to me. I find that I get more energized to actually complete work when I'm not in me like normal house. Because a lot of the time I do edit on my knee.
I get that though, but then also I think if I was like out in public, I'd be so distracted. Like I love
people watching.
No, I love pitch black silence on my own to work, and I'm like,
even I'm not allowed in the room when she's editing.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I'm like in the corner. No,
the creative process.
I'm actually the opposite to Beth. I'm more like similar to yourself, where I'd like busy environments, podcast on, like loads going on. I can have about 4 tellies on at the same time.
Oh, I can't. I have to be like.
Do you know what? I actually work best on the phone to someone.
Really?
Yeah, because I feel it sounds terrible. What?
I was just thinking, speaking of being on the phone to someone, I have to tell him the other day when you were on a potential client on the phone. I
sort of already give Ryan the heads up. He might have forgot.
No, I remember it. Yeah. Well, I have semi forgot, but still tell me again.
Yeah.
Should have brought it.
What?
Should have brought it.
I know, should have brought. I actually needed to prove to people that I'm not lying as well. No, so obviously she still hasn't booked this girl, by the way, so this might be the reason why she hasn't booked. But no, I had a phone consultation with a potential bride, and obviously she's just going through all the questions and stuff. And again, I'm one of them people who, when they're on the phone, a lot of people out there can relate to this. You're walking around the house, pacing up and down, you don't sit still. And I just by chance, I'm on the call, and I walk into our toy room where all the kids' toys are. And as I walk past one of the toys, it was a fart toy.
He says.
Yeah, I can't prove it was a fart toy to her or to you listening or watching, but yeah, as I'm on the phone, I'm like, yeah, so the price will be this. Sorry about that. That wasn't me.
But I think like what
I acknowledged it though.
You said the same, no, Beth, and I said the same to you as well. Why did you bring it up? Afterwards, it was like you were digging your own grave by saying it.
I didn't say it was a fart toy because I thought there's no way I'm ever going to say the word fart toy. Because she's going to be like, right, sorry, the line's gone off.
You're not professional enough for me.
I said, what was that? I said, it must be one of the...
It's even worse. What was that? Was that you? Jane, I'm not doing your wedding, girl.
Come on, Jane, be professional. No, I was like, what was that? One of the kids' toys. But then I was paranoid then about, because obviously again I was still walking around the house. I thought I've got to avoid that room.
Walking back in there.
Yeah, got to avoid that room. But yeah, anyone out there who's taking a professional call, you best just stay in one space to take the risk away from him.
I think I do that. I think I take in one space.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't.
Sit there sweating.
Please book.
Please book me.
Please book. How's the booking thing going for you at the moment?
Weird, really. I set this goal obviously because I've had these like I mentioned this already, so this is not new to anyone, but this has been the weirdest winter for me on record, because in previous years I've had like 2, 3, 4 weddings, even October, November, December. It just keeps you on that like conveyor belt, ticking over, keeps you fresh and match fit and whatever. This year I haven't had any. I had a little one in October, and then I haven't got another one until the very end of December. So I've had a lot of space. I've done things with that space, which we'll go into at a different time. But like, what I started telling myself is, right now, what I'll do is I'll focus specifically on bookings, new bookings in, obviously to keep money flowing and whatever like that.
Yeah.
And it's been really good. I don't know if it's because I've like put it out there to the universe. I'd love a booking, and I've set myself a little goal, like 3 to 4 a month. And I think the October to November, like mid to mid, I think it took like 10 bookings in that space of time. Not all for like tomorrow or anything.
Oh, of course, yeah, they're all like,
yeah, of course, but for like 2026, some for 2027, and even one for 2028.
So you've opened the floodgate to 2028.
2028. I just think we had this discussion, I think, a long time ago, and obviously weirdest time ever. Funny enough, seeing as the budget announcement is today, it's hard to know what the future looks like, and who knows what it looks like. But I just think I know there or thereabouts where I'm hopefully going to be.
Yeah.
So I just put like a little twinkle on. But for the present time, I've just started saying, anyone who books me for 2028, if you're that future focused and you're committing to me within that
you're going to give a good price.
I'm honouring 2028s with 2027 prices.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think
because how could you know? And cost of living's already bad enough without me having to go. Yeah, I've just got another 40% VAT to put on that now because the threshold's lower.
it's mad because you think this way a lot of the time, and I just don't ever look into that until it happens. I just don't never forecast for stuff like that. I'm very forecast with bookings and stuff. I know how many weddings I've got in for next year. I know how many I've got in for 2027. Like I know all
on
the
your list.
numbers.
Yeah, your booking system. We've joked about it, haven't we, Beth?
Yeah.
That it looks like
Carnage.
as if, but it does make a lot of sense, and you know month to month how much money you've coming in, how many weddings you've got on, forecasted for the next year and stuff like that. But I think about it on a more totalitarianistic way.
I don't even know what that word is, but
Which basically means, Josh, I just think like future all the time.
yeah, you're not even looking at what. Well, you probably
I'm
do.
more looking at the landscape than the objects that are within it.
Yeah,
Probably the way that I can put that out there on an ethos.
and Beth just is on the ride next to me, aren't you, love? You're just. You've adapted my
act
system.
like I don't
That's
do
just
anything.
checking her height like a kid at the fair, isn't she? She's like, can I go on it or not?
I'm the backbone of this business. No, Josh is the backbone, but I am the wheels.
Oh, there you go.
I'll take that.
I think
Roll it. Follows me everywhere, that song.
Yeah, no, I think we have a good system, don't we?
You have
maybe
got a
two
polished
wheels.
system.
You can be the other two.
Are you a motorbike?
No, I'm 2 wheels. He's the
I'm
other
the
two.
2 wheels.
Okay.
I think there's just this. I think because a lot of the time I made the jump first. I think for people who are in that situation where they're self-employed or they're still doing 2 jobs at one point, I think for me, I took the jump earlier, so I took a lot on in that sense inside the business. So then when Beth fully left her job and then come and join the business, it was more just like time to like go, what am I willing to give to Beth type of thing. Yeah, because you sort of are a bit of a control freak, aren't you?
You are protective of your own world. A lot of our mates who I have actually spoken to today, to be fair, Rainbow, shout out Rainbows. They talk all the time about how difficult it is to release parts of their world to somebody else, even like tiny little things, just because you're so protective over it because you've built it.
Well, I was going to come on to 2 points, and one was being like marketing the business. At the moment, currently, we have literally been terrible at posting on social media, so apologies to anyone who thinks we've just fell off a cliff. We haven't, we're still here, but we are just prioritising editing at the moment, and we just think we don't need to make any clips for socials, even though it generates more business for us in the long run. It's just like for us at the moment we're thinking, nah, let's just get the edits done before Christmas. Everyone can have a nice Christmas, happy, and then we'll start January with lots of things to post because we've got a backlog. But it was actually going to bring me on to 2 points. One being delegating your social media marketing to a company to do it for you and run it for you. I was speaking to Gav about this through one event, and he said they've just took the same approach of like going, we're crap at posting at the moment, let's just give it to someone else to do. But then it also made me think about you and your collective, because that's sort of passing your workload over to someone, isn't it?
Bloody hell.
So my brain does work in little weird ways. But there's
a little segue that was.
Segue to you?
So what do you want to do? Do you want to say what it is, or
just enlighten people?
Just that idea of like releasing it to somebody else. So that's a funny one, that, because the collective, the idea behind the collective is that because I'm not always available, me personally, myself, how do I give them me without it physically being me? And the only way to really do it is to still make sure that I do a lot of the legwork, but I just can't shoot the day itself.
Present.
I'm just not present on your day. But then at the same time, somebody is handpicked who has a similar mindset, ethos, structure, whatever you want to call it. Just acts like I do on a wedding day. And then the beauty is you kind of get a discounted rate for that. So because it's not me, not saying it's like, it's not me, so you can have it cheaper. It's just like, it makes sense.
Yeah. And people know their photos are going to look like you've taken them
a certain
anyway.
way, yeah. Because obviously people may or may not know this, but like in the background when we got our photos back, people go, oh, I love your work. There's a reason why it's your work, and that's largely due to how you edit that work. Same for yourselves and whatever. Like that's how you become more personal. Because for the most part, we're all using similar cameras, gadgets, whatever. Yeah. So we're all kind of shooting it the same. The only real difference is in the edit and in the personal presence.
Yeah. I was actually speaking at West Tower, shout out West Tower, wedding fair on Sunday, and I was speaking to a bride potential about, basically she just come to me and said, listen, we're looking at videographers, we're just basically coming to these fairs and meeting people, but we're actually, we love the work anyway, we've seen your work previously, but we just want to get to know you in person. And I thought that was dead interesting because I thought if every couple had the same mindset of views, the day would just gel so much smoother. I think a lot of the time people do make the mistake of just seeing people's work online, or if the venue have collaborated with this photographer or videographer or whoever it may be, and be like, oh my god, I love their colours, their work, and then when they meet them, they're like chalk and cheese, like complete opposites.
That's the beauty of a wedding fair, isn't it?
And then with a wedding fair, open days, you can come down and say hello. And I think going back to why we're doing the podcast is because people get to listen to our voices, one, and the two, just get to know us a little bit more. I think because I spent the day with them.
Well, in the past, 2 years since we've been doing this, how many more people have we noticed that when we're on their wedding days or leading up to their wedding days, they've chosen us because of this platform? And we haven't put 1 million episodes out there.
No.
So obviously what we have done, we've really shown a good account of ourselves within it, because people have picked us solely off this.
Well, it happened in the tours when we were at
Carol and Jeff, for example.
Carol and Jeff, and also Emily and Harry. But we didn't know Emily and Harry had listened.
She was a closet fan,
yeah,
wasn't she?
She was a closet fan. It was only when, and this happens quite a bit, which is quite sad really, because I think I'd like to know, like, you listen and it's a bit of support, and it helps us when we turn up on the day, sort of know that you already feel like you know us, even though we might not know you that well. You feel like you know us, which is why we do the podcast. But on the end of Emily and Harry's wedding, when we were saying goodbye, she was like, just to let you know.
Confession.
I've got a confession. I felt quite overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed, sorry. I felt like I was with two celebs or something like that, she said, didn't she? Like famous people, because I already knew you that well from the podcast. Me and you were like, stop it.
Babe, stop. You've had it loads of times though, haven't you, Beth?
Yeah.
That people have stopped you in the streets and everything.
in public, yeah. It's a bit embarrassing, like, so I'm like, oh.
How many autographs have you signed now?
Just a few.
Just a few.
I start charging for them now, I think.
Yeah, I was.
And out of control a little bit.
Yeah.
Imagine.
After set up a Patreon just for Beth's signatures. Sign up monthly and you get posters and all that. When are we doing this Patreon, by the way?
What type of posters?
Well,
that's your wife to be, that means.
What time are we on, by the way? I was waiting for this wife to be shout to be starting soon. There's no news,
by
guys.
The way,
no news.
No rings have been placed on any fingers in the whole time that we've had off.
Yeah, it's been a busy period, so we're saving rings until, I don't know, what year?
Till when?
Till what year?
Till we're not busy by the sounds of it, but we're always busy, so.
Yeah, it's on that note, we'll have a little break.
No, I was just going to pick up a little bit more on that, what you said about offloading your business and about posting and stuff like that. I feel like we're in a space and time and talking about being more personal within your work and stuff like that. My whole year has been driven around like personality this year. Ethos is to be more than photos. We've seen it with the candle, we've seen it with the socials, we've seen it with everywhere. And while I've not posted as much,
you've been active.
Use the word post as the epicenter of that. My posts have been just as much, if not less, than previously. But they've been more intentional for a start. So they've been delivered with particular reasons behind them. But I've been more active on stories, and more active on stories has been more just me talking about my daily life.
Yeah.
I think talking about you were saying before about being more personal within your work and stuff like that. People are buying into you and your persona more than your posts.
Yeah.
So while I understand why people are handing off socials to other companies, those companies don't have your personality in them. So I don't think that's a wise.
So you're in favour of keeping the socials yourself?
Keeping your socials yourself. And if it means that you're just not posting as much, you're just not posting as much. As your bookings dropped off because of the fact that you haven't been posting?
I don't think it's dropped off, but I definitely see the difference when we are posting. I feel like, we're putting stuff on our stories in that matter. I think we do get a lot more inquiries, not bookings. I still think the bookings.
I think you're more just of a reminder. Like the couple could be thinking, oh, we need to contact them. But when you're like in the face, like posting on your stories and whatever, they're like, we need to message them. We need to message them.
Stories are key. I notice loads of times when I don't. I'm not going to use this word post anymore. When I don't put something on my social, wherever it might be, the second I do, people are like, oh my God, yeah. It like sparks them back into like get in touch.
Reminder.
Or like go, I meant to mention him back and stuff like that. But I think stories is the best. And I've noticed in terms of engagement throughout this like last few months or whatever, since we haven't done the last podcast to now, I was trying to post on my grid every single day.
Yeah, you was,
But what I found myself doing is, while that was good in my mind, it wasn't actually retaining any type of results because it was just like a picture of something. Whereas the second I stopped doing that and started just talking about like my daily life or just mentioning on stories things that I'm doing or places that I'm going, my engagement, my presence to the wider world like dramatically increased to where at one point I think it was like 500,000 people within a 30-day window were like,
God damn.
And then, I mean, that's a lot to me. To the wider world, that's not a lot of people, but to know that there was around 500,000 people going, right, I've seen if stuff this month showed me that it wasn't about posting, it was about presence, and presence can be seen anywhere within those little,
I just think it's
little four walls.
I was going to say that them 4 walls, the posting grid, I think if it's not meaningful, I think that's what I'm not trying to go back to your point, but when you're posting every single day, you probably lose the meaningful
I was
of
posting
like
for posting.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of suppliers or business people just post a post, and you end up losing your audience that way because they're like, "What is this?
Another picture of
what are they posting?" Yeah, like, and I found that with us with like doing reels and clips and stuff. I said to Beth, I feel like I'm creating reels just to keep ourselves there, and we're not as comfortable as you would, like, you know, you are as a person, getting on our socials being like, guys, I'm just having a coffee, just sat at the laptop or whatever it may be. We're not like that, or maybe we're just bored and we haven't got much going on, Beth.
No, say we're too busy.
No, you will have. It's just
Ryan's like living the life.
I've fully got over.
Guys, I'm just on set at the moment, you know.
No, I've fully got over the prejudice of what people might think about what I'm saying.
Oh, I know you've had a lot of.
I'm like well over it.
I know you've had people like try and take the mick out of you for doing
loads.
socials and stuff.
Loads of people have, like, while this year's being like boss.
Me being one of them.
You have been one of them.
No, I haven't.
You have.
I haven't.
Well, this year's been one of the best ones in terms of like presence for me. It has come with its caveats of people going, "Oh God, you didn't really have to say that," you know. Or you, like Becky says it as well. Becky says it all the time. No disrespect to Becky, but she says to me, you know, you do, and she said it to me, and it woke me up. She was like, "You do realise you're just a photographer?" And I was posting about something else. I was like, whoa. Hold up. I'm not just a photographer, and I don't want people to see me as just a photographer. So I've leaned further into my actual life.
Yeah.
Me presence and ethos of being more than that. So that's why I'm comfortable sharing, going on walks or going to whatever I'm doing. We went to Blackpool one time within that space, and I just told people that I was in Blackpool and the rides we were going and everything. Got nothing all to do with photography. But it showed people that I had a family, that I do have a personal life. And I think the whole roundup of this is like, more than ever, I know a long way around that one, more than ever, it's like,
I feel like I'm on a fucking roller coaster.
People are choosing the personality, which is why I still love wedding fairs and stuff like that, because that's the only real way to get to know the person, the people behind the brands.
Maybe we need to start posting more, Beth.
I know, we say this all the time, and I think it's great. I think it's great that you've got the confidence and like you're happy to, and I would love to be able to do it, but I'm just not quite there yet. I think I'm just about getting over this camera.
It's all about the confidence. Yeah. No, I think for me,
because I think what everyone does is everyone assumes that no one wants to know about who they are or their personal lives. They just want to see their work.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's true. I think you look at any of the big creators out there now, Greg being a prime example, it's just come to my mind now.
Really good at
Most of the time, yes, he's talking about his work, but
he talks about gear, doesn't he?
A lot of the time, he's talking about himself and what he's doing, and he shows his wife off and his kids off. Yeah. And like, I feel like I know them now.
Yeah.
And that's part of the package of Greg. Do you know what I mean? And I think more people that are doing that, you're seeing they're getting like more and more like.
But it's funny you say that, because even like doing this podcast, it's I always have this conversation with you when we talk about it, and maybe they might be able to answer if it's listening, is who's listening to this podcast? Is it other wedding suppliers or is it potential bride and grooms? Because I've always said I don't really want to cater, which is going back to Greg's posting and stuff, because I think he put up recently, and even yourself, maybe he felt like his audience was mainly just photographers and videographers, and he's like, where's all the brides and grooms at? Because of the content he's putting out on his stories. A lot of his content is for the likes of us.
Yeah, I've noticed that with him.
So he might be thinking, well, I think he's already said himself, he's like, what do I do here? And he's like, but he sort of put it out there as a question to who likes listening to what I'm saying. And going back to the podcast, I've always said I don't really want to cater to suppliers,
any group,
or bride and grooms. I want it to be like to anyone. I want anyone who's not even getting married listening to this.
Well, I've noticed in conversations with people at weddings, on wedding days, or at wedding fairs, wherever you want to be, there's a mixed bag. We have got a mixed client base, and while our analytics don't show it, it just shows us like how they've listened and how many people have listened. In terms of like real life conversations, that's become apparent that it isn't just the bride and grooms or just the suppliers. There's a mixed thing, which I think is brilliant, because I think that most of the podcasts in our little space are catered, like they are pushed down one specific road. There's that video one that I think Greg was on.
The videographer podcast.
Videographer podcast. So it's based
just for videographers.
Do you know what I mean? Yous will be the client's audience there. Ours is a little bit of both.
But it's funny because just putting out then again to you, to Beth, to myself, it's like, what podcasts do you listen to? Because I don't find them podcast like. And not that I've listened to them, by the way, because I haven't, so I can't assume. But when I see the clips and stuff, I like any wedding suppliers one. Sadly, I'm just like, even though we're wedding suppliers, I just think I don't want to listen to that.
Yeah,
I just couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered. The ones I listened to were just comedy podcasts.
You know what I listen to more? Clips from within podcasts. So
I think a lot of people do. Don't
listen to any long form content. I listen to like the parts of that thing that's, for whatever reason, being more popular and gone viral, or whatever you want to say. I listen to the clips, and I take a lot from small fragments, which I think I do in life, really. I find important pieces of information in the smallest unexpected places. So maybe that's why. But then some people, like the likes of our listeners, they might be the same, or they might just put it down one day, pick it up another. They might just watch our little reel clips and think, that's funny.
That's funny. I actually said to our Luke, who's recently emigrated to Australia, I was like, you're going to have to start listening to the podcast now, because you won't be seeing us as much. And he was like, no, I'll just listen to the clips. And I was like, sounds.
I'm not a clip type of person. I don't listen to...
You listen to everything in with no sound, don't you?
Yeah, everything is mute on my phone with subtitles.
Should we be throwing subtitles on this now then?
I think AI and all that. Not that I can understand the word I'm saying, by the way, but I think
never picks it up, does it?
I think there's good systems out there now that just sort of know what I'm saying, and the subtitles will be appearing just about here. But now YouTube does it, I think.
YouTube does it.
Yeah, so
you can get a transcript every time.
Listen, you're all AI type of guy. You should know this stuff already.
I do know it all.
I remember the days when I was doing the reels and I was having to manually write the subtitles for us, just throwing it back there before AI come along and took my job.
Manual.
This is a random question. Do you know ChatGPT? What's a ChatGPT?
Beth obviously spends a lot of time online.
Yeah, she likes
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT. GPT.
Yeah, but I always say oh my God, ChatGPT. Because it just rolls off.
Is that Beth's version?
GBT.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, but when you say it does sound a bit like B, but it's actually P. Do you know what it actually stands for?
No. Oh, do you know what it stands for?
It's something really long and
like long-winded
weird
science
and bizarre.
Name.
Yeah, but I was just curious, seeing as though you're like a #1 fan, if you actually knew what it
stood for. Do you know what? No.
Hang on a minute. Genuinely, do you know what it means?
I'll Google it now.
Not
off the I wouldn't be able to. No, but
you can put the camera on you. You know why you're talking.
Well, I'm just Googling.
I'm just looking. Talking about ChatGPT, obviously we're in a very modern world now, and I think once upon a time that was just something that I knew about, and then slowly I seen
you were the first one. You discovered it, didn't you?
Not like the first one, but I mean like in our little world and in our little room, I was one of the first people talking about it, and I remember it like 2-3 years ago, something like that.
You got Bitcoin, haven't you? You're like that. You're that guy.
I'm a little bit like cutting edge, yeah.
Yeah.
But that you mock quite extensively. I remember seeing it, but now it's like everyone knows about it now, don't they?
Yeah, you know, knows about it.
Version of, and I think they refer to AI as ChatGPT, where there's a much wider spectrum. But do you know what the answer is now?
Yeah, so I've got the answer. It is generative pre-trained transformer.
There you go. Transformers. So it's robotic.
There's a man somewhere. Well, robot somewhere.
But I do feel like when everyone says ChatGPT, it sounds like B. ChatGPT.
Oh, it does. No,
that's
it does.
why I'm always like, what is it?
ChatGPT.
Even when he's saying it now.
Tongue tie.
Tongue tie. I love it. You know, a lot of stuff that I've done this year, and obviously people have seen it if they've been bored to death by me on socials, is a lot of it has been not created by ChatGPT, but like I've had the conversation, because this is not going down this rabbit hole, but like a lot of the time we're on our own, we're making our choices, and it's difficult to understand how they, like we've just said there, how they're received in the outside world. You've got no one to soundbite your stuff with. So our mate, ChatGPT, which I'm going to have to find a new name for, because Alexa's very personal, but ChatGPT isn't. It's not even got a name. I've added this like little virtual soundboard all year round, and it's really given me a lot of insights. I think that people could use it more for the wedding days, and not in a way where it's just writing the speeches and stuff, which we joked about on our last ones. Like in terms of preparation, in terms of what to think about, how to structure a day, plan a day. You could do it all yourself.
Well, I think with ChatGPT, it gives off a lot of trends. Now, I want to talk about trends that have been what I've noticed more and more this year than ever. And as a supplier, I don't know how we're all feeling about it. And what it is, and you're definitely one of these people, by the way, Ryan, more than me and Ryan.
Shocker.
Is supply, and this is a proper hot topic, and everyone talks about it at every single wedding.
Can I just get ready for this?
What are you doing?
Just getting ready.
Why are you getting a Milky Bar for?
Just so he can support me in a minute.
Okay. The topic is suppliers going in and prioritising their own documentation of the day rather than doing their job on the day. And I think we're all guilty of it, especially you, if you're listening. But I think a lot of suppliers...
No, you are.
You're one of them. No, you're not. But you are a little bit. A lot of suppliers are treating wedding days as like a marketing, as a marketing day. And I am not one of them, as you will know, as you can vouch for on my Instagrams and my TikToks and all that. There's a line. There is a line, and it's so hard to like find the balance.
Well, I can roll off the top of my head a few people who've discussed this at length within their own worlds, and they've seen both sides of the coin. Because that is our real only chance to market ourselves within the day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, some people have gone past the point of where it's just someone's wedding day and you're treating it like a content session. So but it's such a balancing act as well. Our mate Francesca, obviously we all know her well.
Yeah.
She came under a bit of a heavy barrage at one point not too long ago, because she mentioned about how during the day it's so hard to do your substantial job and do the BTS stuff, or whatever you want to call it, to get the content, that she's just stopped doing the content-y thing. I think she said something along the lines of like, my hat goes off to the people who found that they can do both, because I don't know how you can when you're focused on the wedding day. And the way she said it came from a good place.
Don't tell me she got hate for that.
She got backlash from other people, other suppliers in her same shoes were going, well, you know, we can do it, so don't put it down. Like, you know, we're not looking after people's days and stuff. Got a bit of a bad time from it. She was crying and everything on stories. I felt really bad.
Bloody hell. Well, I'll take that back then, in case I start getting hate. No, I actually don't care if anyone says it to me. I just think, I get it. We're all there to do a job, and we're all, you know, we want to basically promote what we're doing. But at the same time, if you've been in this industry for a long time, you know that they runs, and a lot of the time I've seen it and experienced it where things are being delayed on the day, or things are getting pushed aside, like being in the moment for content. And I'm go on, sorry.
No, go on. I was just going to say, I think suppliers need to just read the room. So like, if the couple are like up for it, like if they're involved in it or whatever, and they're like, I don't care if I'm going to be like, I want this TikTok, or I want this shot, or I want you to get your pictures, then that's fine. But I feel like if you can see they're getting like stressed and they're looking at the time, then it's like, no, just get what you need, get the bare minimum, and then like obviously just.
This happened though to me and a photographer early this year, where the venue were pushing us for, obviously, the bride's needs. And this is insight for anyone who's getting married who doesn't realise how the last hour of a morning getting ready just disappears like instantly. Yeah. And I had the the team from the venue pushing me and the photographer being like, listen, we need to get a move on here for the bride needs to speak to the registrar. At this point, we were like, we haven't really got any shots of it yet. Obviously, we can come back later and do the bridal stuff of her in the window with the flowers or whatever, and no one will know the difference. But we knew we had time still, so we were like, listen, we're gonna do it now. But while we're sort of waiting to get that moment, unfortunately, the hair and makeup girls were just faffing, getting phone videos. And I just think, is that phone video ever going to be used in 20 years' time as much as the photographers and videographers were?
So I'm going to make a little point on that topic based on what you've just said there, because I think this is what's happening. It's dividing everybody.
Oh, can I just say as well, I'm not gunning, by the way, for hair and makeup teams at all, because they're amazing at what they do, and I do think they should capture what they need the content for their work 1,000,000%. But there comes a time where the time's gone. And like we're in that same position as well, where our time's gone, and the venue are looking at us. It's mad, they look at us like,
well, we're normally the ones who are getting in it, because we're usually, especially from our point of view, we're usually the ones that are allowing everybody else to get their bits, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? When in reality, what we should be doing is being our asses and going, no, makeup girl, no, flower woman, whoever it is. Yeah. We need to make sure that this day is running efficiently, because when that venue coordinator comes up and goes, is she ready to go down? And we're like, well, because these were all getting this stuff.
We've pleased everyone else, but we've left
ourselves in the lurch, basically, and then they look at us like it's our fault.
Yeah.
But I think just on the topic of that thing there, and just to like kind of blanket it all, I think what's happening is we're all blaming each other now. Like, we're all finger pointing now, that little Spider-Man meme where we're all like that.
Yeah.
Because we're all secretly trying to get content in one way or another, whether it is the official film for you or the BTS from the hair girl or whoever it is. We're all doing the same stuff, and we're all passing that blame off. Even the venues, to some degree, they want to get content. I've seen the venue coordinators running around with the phones and stuff like that. So we're all to blame, but I don't know where does it come to the point where we all just draw lines in the sand, because we're all guilty of it, so we're all at fault. So what you do?
I think, I'm putting it out there, I think it should come down to the bride and groom saying like, this is what I value. And
but also the thing could be like pre-wedding day, like consultations with obviously suppliers could be like, yeah, I want you to get this, I want this TikTok, I've seen this TikTok where they're dressed and then in the pajamas and then they jump, I want that, I want to get that, can we make sure we get that? That's fine, but then on the day it can be things can be so ran behind, or someone's not feeling well, or the hair's not done, or the bride just doesn't want it, and then things can change. Yeah. But obviously it's like on the day you need to just, obviously, even though she's asked for this stuff, things could just be different on the day.
Do you know what it all comes down to with everyone? Communication.
Yes.
Like everyone needs to be voice it up and just go, listen, right, yeah, we're all here on the ground, let's just have it right. What's happening today? Are we going to make this day run as efficiently as possible so everyone can get the stuff, and we can all make sure that the day runs perfectly for that bride and groom, because ultimately it's them who are going to feel the brunt of it all.
Yeah, it's their memories, isn't it?
You know, even if it is like that, when we land in the morning, we go, right, what are you looking to get BTS wires today? Because tell us and we can fit it in. And likewise, every other way. But like you just said there, it's all about reading the room. And I think sometimes people don't, most of the time people don't, which is where it gets away with itself. Now, I know I'm guilty of doing things on a wedding day. You've mentioned it to me before about how I've done it. But I read rooms where I'm only turning cameras on myself when I'm like walking, like that time when we first worked together for a while at Cultural Hall. Yeah. And we were walking from the ceremony room back to like the main building, if you like. And I did a little swivel. I thought, well, I'm only walking from A to B. I just turn my camera on now and just tell people what I'm doing. Post it. Took a little shot of use, posted, done. Like that was my like version of I'm doing a bit of what I'm doing, but at the time when I can do it. Where a lot of people, which is where it all goes wrong, they're doing it at the times when they shouldn't be. Yeah, definitely. And I think understanding where those points are within the day is where we're all going wrong. Yeah, I agree. Myself included sometimes, you know, we're all human, we're all making these mistakes. But it's just, it's a funny one, innit? Like, there's not really an answer to how it does it, because we all live online for the most part. Yeah. We all want that presence. And for some people, that's the only way.
Well, the wedding day, a lot of suppliers, apart from us, we come away with the edits, don't we, and stuff, and we have like this we can show off, like doing the podcast or doing the editing, and like, you know, you're like showing your life. With a lot of hair and makeup teams, I don't know why I keep going to them, but most suppliers will only have what they do on the wedding day as their content to show off. Anyway, I think I've went on long enough, and neither we. So, see you in 3.
Well, you just took then on that little break.
I know, yeah.
Well, like all suppliers know, when it's a break, it's a break. Anything funny happened to you recently? I've got one that happened to me at a wedding. No, it's not funny.
Give me the chance to.
It's not funny. It's not funny. But the bride and groom took it quite well afterwards, and it was red wine on the dress. Now that's a statement as its own. So I want to like just tone that down a little bit. Can I say that again? Red wine on the dress.
What's happening here? What is happening here?
You took something, haven't you?
You have.
I know.
Go on. Red wine was on the dress.
Yeah, red wine on.
Laughed it off.
Can I say a name? Reckon? Give a little shout out.
Don't have to.
Yeah, Deb's name. That's what I figured.
Honest, the fucking Wonka bars are gone for this kid.
It's like I made a fake name up, right? Okay. Whew. Can we start that bit again?
This should all be in, by the way.
It can't be.
You're not though, because he was like, "Can I say a name?" And they were like, "Yeah, go on."
You
It's
just
like,
fucking said it.
Deb.
No, but it sounds like a fucking fake name as well.
Yeah. Susan said.
Don't it? It does sound like a fake name. Sorry, Deb.
This
Sorry.
is definitely going to be the real highlights. This because it makes it
Yeah.
look more funny.
Yeah.
Beth's crying.
Yeah. It's complicated really, but basically she ends up with a full glass of red wine on her wedding dress, which in the grand scheme of things is like wedding over. Like you feel like your fucking day is finished. Do you know what I mean? Sorry for swearing. But it just feels like that's it, going to bed, don't want to know anyone. But thankfully they had something where they could get it out drastically really quickly. I'm trying to use all fancy words like you. Drastically got it out of the dress quick. But what was great was Stacey Clark, photographer, who's an amazing photographer and dead good, like dead sound.
Snared off.
Yeah, snared off. Dead sound as a person. She went up to the room to check on her and stuff, and she got this great video of the bride and groom basically just having a laugh. The bride's like, I think almost naked, covered up like this.
What type of video is this?
I know it sounds terrible, but it just shows
very PG, bro.
Even in like the bad moments when things do feel like it's over, there's always that comedy aspect of just having a laugh, and then look the outcome she
yeah, like on. She obviously, I went at the wedding, but I seen the reel and she took it very well.
Yeah.
And like obviously the dress was fine.
Yeah, she
still looked great. Like obviously I know at the time she probably like, oh my god, especially because it's red wine, but everything worked out in the end. She looked gorgeous.
Well, she did. She looked amazing, and so did he. To be fair, Dom, he looked great. But I felt it upset and like fuming at the time. And then when Stacey come back down out the room, she was like, "Get in this video." I was like, "Oh my god, I'm more fuming than them." Do you know what I mean? They seem like having the best time, like laughing about it. And I just thought, get red wine in your dress, get Stacey Clark there to film you, having a laugh.
There you go. Other photographers are available.
Yeah, there's other. This is another thing as well. Like going back to other photographers that are available. How do you find about when people are put on like fully booked for years and stuff?
What do you mean?
When people say like I'm fully booked,
other people are us and saying,
yeah, just like saying fully booked. Do you think that scares people into booking them? For
I was going to ask this question the other day, and I felt a bit uncomfortable doing it because it's difficult for me to ask it to the wider world without the people who are doing that, we're fully booked, feeling like I'm coming at them when I'm not. I'm just interested.
No, it's a conversation, isn't it?
I'm interested because what I was thinking about was, what does that look like to a bride and groom? Does that create, I guess, what they're trying to portray, which is, God, they get booked up all the time. So if I'm going to be having them for my wedding in years to come, I need to book them like today type of thing. Is that why they're doing it, or is it like something else? It's a funny one because I wouldn't ever go, I'm fully booked. Because until every single day in that calendar is gone, I'm not fully booked.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that makes me greedy or whatever, but I think some people line it up with, I'm only taking 20 weddings on this year or 30 weddings on this year. Because
do you believe that though?
I want to give my couples like
I don't believe
all
that.
of my attention. And I'm thinking, am I doing something wrong then? Because if I had like this year, for example, I think I've had like 39 or something like that. I think it's a random figure, but it's like high 30s into the 40s possibly with the smaller days. And I'm thinking, I could have done more. Like, I could have done well more.
Well, I started...
And I'm still... And does that make it look like I'm not asked? Or have I just got a better workflow? Like, am I just more precise? Can I deliver things at a faster pace? What does it mean?
I think it's that thing of like when there's a demand for something. So if something comes out and they go, these are limited edition, you can only get 50 of them. A lot of people want it more because it's limited.
It creates a scarcity.
Yeah, so people go, oh my God, I need it.
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand. So I think it's that sort of scenario when people go, well, I only take 20 weddings every year. And I don't think that, and I'm not calling them out because I don't know who does it, but there's a lot of yous. But I genuinely think it's not a case of, and I'm being honest, I'm speaking facts here. No ifs, buts or maybes. Absolutes. But I think this is a personal preference, and I think you should be honest about that. I think you should say, I only like doing 20 weddings a year. I don't need to do any more because financially it suits me down to the ground doing 20. And I like only just doing 20. Don't. I think it's a business tactic.
Don't make it a business point of view.
I think for some people as well, they could have like another full-time job or another part-time job and like are only able to do X amount of weddings a year, and that's why they're fully booked. But then I just think, say they say fully booked for 2026. If I was a 2026 bride, I'd be like, oh, well, there's no point in inquiring because they're full. And obviously, which they are full, but then they might be able to like just squeeze you in because it's only for a couple of hours or something like that.
So. Well, there's one then. If we were planning our wedding and we seen a photographer that we liked and they put up saying fully booked for 2026 or 2027, would you still inquire?
Yeah, I think I still would inquire.
So really,
but I don't know if that's because of the industry that we're in. And I've said this before. I would like cater my day to around a supplier that I really wanted.
So what?
So say for example, we really wanted a certain photographer, and they weren't available on the day that we were looking at. I'd look at an alternative date.
Okay, so you would pick your date around your supplier.
Yeah.
But sometimes suppliers need dates before they can say I don't know.
Yeah, but obviously you could say we've had it before. We've had it before. They really want us. We've got a few dates here. Which ones are you free before we secure the venue?
I've had that. Yeah. I've had that recently.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You feel quite lovely feeling.
If anything, it feels more like you're like, oh my God, they really want me.
Pressure.
Yeah, like you more value. They're seeing you more valuable than the venue, really.
Yeah.
Or the date. Sorry, the date of their wedding. Any funny stories, guys? Anything happened to you recently, which is quite funny? Anything at a wedding? What was you going to say?
I was going to say I wouldn't ruin the venue just in case, but when they're, I can't exactly remember how it happened now, but when they were we were in the bridal prep room getting ready, and we were trying to look for somewhere to hang the dress up. So the bride was like, oh, what about if we hang it up here, like on the curtain? And she went like that and put a hand on top. The whole curtain rail just literally hit the floor.
Yeah.
Not naming any names, any venues, but that's a risk, isn't it, from the venue's point of view? Not having, if you're setting up a bridal room, and we always talk about this,
don't have lips on anything.
Just have a spot that you go, listen, this is like we've thought about this, we've worked with photographers and we've said this is where the dress will go. Don't like leave it up to like imagination where you go, oh yeah, I'll put up that there, and that happens. Any funny stories?
Well, it was funny stories that we mentioned about the other day that we haven't even spoken about yet.
What?
But you remember when we were at that wedding? It'll just re-jog your memory and you'll remember more than I will. When we were in that wedding, we were in a ceremony and the registrar goes, right, everyone, this is an unplugged ceremony. Turn your phones off, turn your whatever's off. We've got a professional team here who's going to capture this fun. The couple want you to be present in their day. We don't want to do a single mobile phone in any situation. And just before the first kiss, the registrar themselves, their phone went off. And I think the finger pointing from was it Cassie's wedding?
No, it was Thingy's wedding, wasn't it?
Whoever's wedding it was anyway. The father of the bride was just like, whoa! And I think every single person in the room was just like, yes. After you've just saying that, pot kettle there.
I think he said P45 in the morning or something.
P45 in the morning. That was quite funny.
That was quick. That was an awkward moment as well, because we've all been there. Where did that happen to me recently actually as well? The Vicar's foaming off. Was we at the wedding? It was me and you.
Vicar's allowed phones?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know, it might be against his religion, I don't know.
Yeah. Jesus is calling.
Oh, there he is again, the big fella. All right, mate. Yeah, I'm just doing it now. Baptism now.
Just doing a service,
yeah, no, yeah. No, they haven't kissed yet. No, sad. Go ahead, I'll speak to you in a minute. No offence to the religious people out there.
I know, yeah. Might have to cut that bit. We were at the wedding together. I was second shooting for you. And I shit myself. I'm keeping that swear word in because it's meaningful. But I shit myself because I was stood really close to the bride and groom and the vicar.
They thought it was you.
And it was an iPhone ringtone. And I was literally like that, going, like tapping my pocket. And normally it comes through my watch and I'm thinking, why the fuck's my watch not working?
Do you think it was like one of those shadow calls, you know, when you feels like your phone's vibrating?
Well, it was.
But it actually weren't.
Because it was that close to me. And I was like, and I felt myself, and I don't normally go red. And felt like I was going red, and I felt like everyone was obviously top of the aisle. And next minute, the vicar's like, I always put this on silence.
Who even has ringtones anymore? Do you have your phone on ringtones?
No, never.
My phone's dead loud all the time. That's what I'm dead conscious of when I
your
do
phone
weddings.
is ridiculously loud.
Your phone's dead loud at the time, but
It's got
it
a
sleeps
fucking
through
tally
every
on.
single alarm. Every single alarm you sleep through.
I never sleep through alarm when I'm getting up for a wedding morning, do I? I'm always punctual, on time.
Do you know my mum has ringtones on her phone, right?
I songs
Specific, yeah.
for people.
Specific for certain individuals.
I
like
that.
She's still got like, I think it was like a dead old Coldplay song for Mark, Beloved.
What's yours?
I don't have one, I don't think. Here's that little prick again. That's what I get. I don't get that. I don't know if I've got one actually, because obviously I would not be there and ring her. But yeah, she does that. But I never have my phone on.
That's making me think.
Any type of sound whatsoever.
What song would you have for me then?
On a ringtone?
Yeah. I had to pick a song for Beth. It is Ray, Where Is My Husband? I would like a ring.
Oh, that's funny, that.
That's a good one.
Do you got one? I haven't got one. I wasn't even looking. I was just got possessed with me thing.
I think mine for Beth, like vice versa, is Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You. You know what? You know.
Bets to you.
Like if I rang Beth, that's what would happen. Come through on their phone. I think.
I don't think so.
High opinion of himself, Harry.
And I would say if Ryan phoned me, it would be Creep from Radiohead.
I actually really like that song.
I do.
And if I rang Ryan, I think my ringtone would be Pink Pony Club by Chappelle Roan.
Why?
Because I'm in the Pink Pony Club, aren't I?
Oh, yeah.
Some things you don't know about me,
It's all
guys.
getting revealed now. No one's
Pink
just going to ring my
Pony
finger.
Club.
You're still waiting for the right man, aren't you?
Yeah, Man I Need by Olivia Dean.
I think if it was the other way around, Man I Don't Need would be What's Playing When You Phone Me.
Aww. Last
One for the
Christmas. One.
Man child.
Man Child.
Man
Oh.
Child. Hey. Pew, pew, pew.
Do you I ever like that when you play a game where you've got to try and like think of a song that like you'd have a conversation maybe just being doing then. Quite cool, I think.
I'm shit at it. I'm shit at all that. Yeah. This is why that probably Mr. Cool Radio's on there.
Yeah.
Because like my song choices for what I listen to in my like spare time is usually not defined by me. It's defined by the kids. They tell me what I'm putting on. Even when we get in the car,
oh yeah,
and we're going on a road trip.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we shut that door, Effie of all people is the first to go, can I have a song? And it's usually one off that little selection there. And then Thea's like, and we take turns, but me and Becky always miss our turn.
Oh yeah, of course you do.
They just get there, because all she wants is an easy life, and then you just end up listening
Would
to
you
shit.
Would you like coming to song choices? Would you ever let you pick a song if we ever got married?
When?
I would let him give some options and then obviously review them, because right now he's obsessed with Michael Jackson, isn't he?
Yeah.
Thriller for your first dance.
Honestly,
I know you both
yeah.
said Thriller there, by the way.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is obsessed.
Well, it's the Thriller album actually. It's not just the song Thriller. He's obsessed with the album.
He's a very musical child, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it,
He's asked Santa for a drum and a mic with a stand
I don't know
And
if he had them.
and a Thriller costume.
so we're getting the full
Yeah.
80s Michael Jackson.
Is it like a Halloween all year round?
Well, it seems to be the case at the
little
moment.
cousin's like that.
What?
Lance is his name. He is
Lance?
Lance.
Like Armstrong?
Yeah, same spelling. But he's got he's obsessed with Jack Skellington. No, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah. That's a
And
Christmas film,
I
isn't it?
mean, year round. They went on a holiday somewhere, I don't know, abroad, roasting hot, scorching weather. Around the pool, he had a Jack Skellington costume on.
Listen.
Halloween specifically, but Jack Skellington, number one.
I would say it's a Christmas film, though.
Yeah.
It says Halloween.
Yeah, but it's Christmas though, isn't it?
I only like the songs, I only like the film.
The film's weird. So
shit.
Lance, I'm sorry, mate, but...
Tim Burton, innit?
Yeah, Tim Burton's. Yeah. Everyone has a style, don't they? I think that when coming back to like photography and videography, I noticed a lot of difference in styles. Like, I had it this year, someone say to us, I recognise your work, which was quite cool.
Ooh.
He said,
I love it when that happens.
Whenever your videos come up on like Instagram, which is rare these days, they be like, we know it's yours. Which is
nice.
Quite nice.
Love a little compliment.
Could never make out, it's all pixelated, can never make out what it is.
Tell that's yours, shit.
Got that handheld look now. It's just going back to the styles. Tim Burton, he's got his own style. People like it, some people don't.
Fair enough, he's unique, if anything else.
Well, we know his name, don't we? That says it all. Who would have thought we'd be wrapping this up, talking about Tim Burton?
Are we wrapping it up?
I don't know. Are we done?
Yeah, go ahead, and scene.
And Tim Burton, see you at Christmas films.
No,
later.
I think just to round up, it's probably worth saying, like, this episode, if you've listened to it all,
well done.
Let's up together. Well done. It's probably felt a little bit all over the place.
Scatty.
Because we haven't come into it with, similar to probably to the first one, we haven't come in with any, like, directive or, like, tone or subject or whatever. It was just getting the rust off, being back in front of the camera, setting it up in this new space.
Making sure it all works.
Make sure it all works, because it's been on...
I'm not us today.
It's been in the fridge for about 5 years, hasn't it, since we last set it up?
Yeah.
And just figuring out, like, who's still part of our little world.
Can I just say, we were getting some funny comments on YouTube, by the way, like giving us feedback. Did you ever see them?
I did. I think we remember saying we should talk about this when we come back.
God, it was the funniest thing.
This will be a good round off.
This will be a round off. Okay. This just sums this podcast up to a T, by the way, and it's quite funny. Where are you? Why can't you see things like clearly on YouTube? Right, 4 comments in the last one. Oh my God, we got copyright in the last one. We need to start keeping an eye out for that. Ready for this?
Monitoring it.
It was the accounts. You're gonna get a little shout out here. This was 4 months ago. This comment, bit naughty, I think, bit offensive. Irene Davo 3768. We're talking directly to you at this point. So anyone else who's listening, just switch off now and just let us just attack this person. Irene's getting it. First comment: too much waffle. Well, you're gonna be in for a treat for this podcast. Second comment. You need better publicity. Well, point in the right direction. Help us out. Share the podcast, Irene. And the last one, way too long. Well...
Is that all on one episode?
That's all on one episode. And that was the forgotten episode, by the way.
I don't even know an Irene.
Neither do I. So
Come on, Irene.
Come on, Irene. Don't be like that girl. Bit harsh that, I think,
but
Irene.
At the same time, at least she's give us feedback. We're always welcoming.
Well, do you know what? No, it's quite funny. We normally end up with... It's question time. And no one's given us any love today, have they? Sadly.
I mean, we did spring it on them, to be fair.
Last man.
Since I've said before, oh my God, see if I remember how to do this, picture of a microphone. There's been a few people go, oh my God, so excited to see you back, blah, blah, blah. So they are out there. Fuck, can't name names, can I? Yeah, me. I said it to you, you said it to her, she said it to me.
Yeah, but we're just going to have to stick it together, guys.
We're just going to have to see if there's still a world that we can exist in. And you know what? Even if there isn't, we're still going to exist in it anyway, because we can do what we want.
We're still going to do it without you. So, 3 views or not. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Appreciate you.